Every day we wake up to news that reminds us of how fragile life truly is. Today, the world lost four remarkable American legends, people who inspired us, entertained us, and shaped our culture in ways we'll never forget. Their stories remind us that greatness isn't about how long we live. It's about the mark we leave behind. Tragic news confirmed today. The world mourns the loss of James Dewey Watson, who passed away on November 6, 2025, at the age of 97. The halls of scientific institutions, quiet laboratories, and lecture theaters feel the weight of his absence. Watson was more than a scientist. He was a pioneer whose curiosity and determination reshaped the very foundation of biology. In 1953, alongside Francis Crick, he unveiled the double-helix structure of DNA, a discovery that forever altered our understanding of life itself. For decades, this revelation became the cornerstone of genetics, opening doors to medicine, molecular biology, and countless breakthroughs that followed. Born on April 6, 1928, in Chicago, Illinois, James Watson showed early signs of a relentless curiosity. As a child, he would spend hours reading about the natural world, conducting small experiments at home, and asking questions that often left adults searching for answers. His fascination with the secrets of life led him to the University of Chicago and later to Indiana University, where he honed his understanding of zoology and genetics. Those early years laid the groundwork for a mind that would one day unlock the code of life. Watson's career, marked by brilliance and controversy, was a testament to the power of discovery. At the Cavendish Laboratory in Cambridge, he met Francis Crick, and together they embarked on a journey to understand the molecule that defines us all. Their collaboration led to one of the most significant scientific papers of the 20th century, published in Nature, revealing DNA's elegant double-helix structure. The implications were profound. For the first time, humanity could glimpse how genetic information is stored, copied, and passed through generations. James changed the way we see ourselves in the world, said Dr. Linda Buck, Nobel laureate and colleague. He had a vision few could understand, and yet it became the foundation of modern genetics. Such words echo across labs and classrooms where students continue to learn from his discoveries. Watson's work did not stop at the laboratory bench. He became a mentor, a public advocate for science, and a voice for research that aimed to improve human health. His leadership at Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory, which he directed for decades, turned the institution into a global center for genetic research. Under his guidance, countless young scientists found their paths, inspired by his relentless pursuit of knowledge and his belief that the answers to life's deepest mysteries were waiting to be discovered. Despite the accolades and awards, including the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1962, Watson remained a figure both admired and debated. His career was interwoven with moments of brilliance and controversy, reflecting a complex personality driven by an unyielding passion for science. Yet even as debates arose over his statements and views, one truth remained undeniable. His contributions to our understanding of life are immeasurable. Dr. Watson's work will live in every lab, every classroom, every discussion about genetics, said Dr. Francis Collins, former director of the National Institutes of Health. We owe him a debt of gratitude that spans generations. Tributes poured in from around the world following the announcement of his death, from former students to international organizations, each reflecting on how his discoveries touched their lives, their work, and their understanding of the natural world. Watson's personal life was quieter than his professional one, but it was no less rich. Married twice, he balanced family with the demands of a global scientific career. Friends and colleagues recall a man with a sharp mind, a quick wit, and an unwavering curiosity. He loved discussions about science, literature, and the evolving understanding of life, often challenging those around him to think more deeply, ask better questions, and never settle for simple answers. As the world reflects on his passing, one cannot ignore the ripple effects of his work. The mapping of the human genome, gene therapy, and modern biotechnology all trace their roots to the insights Watson helped uncover. Medical treatments, forensic science, and our understanding of hereditary disease have all advanced because he dared to look at the invisible structures within our cells and imagine their design. Every time we study DNA, we are walking in his footsteps, said Dr. Mary Claire King, pioneering geneticist. His work didn't just answer questions, It created a framework for all questions to come. Indeed, the legacy of James Watson is not a static monument, but a living, breathing force within modern science. Every student who opens a textbook on molecular biology, every researcher who sequences a genome, carries forward the foundation he helped build. Even beyond the laboratories and universities, Watson's story resonates with a broader human curiosity. He reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge is both thrilling and humbling. In his explorations, he showed how a single discovery could change the way we understand life, ourselves, and the future. Children in classrooms today, learning about DNA for the first time, may not know his name immediately, but they inherit the world he helped illuminate. His death invites reflection not just on what he accomplished, but on the importance of curiosity, perseverance, and courage in the face of the unknown. In remembering James Watson, we honor a life dedicated to discovery, to mentorship, and to the relentless quest to see the invisible threads that connect all living things. His work challenges us to continue asking questions, to keep exploring, and to never take the mysteries of life for granted. Friends, colleagues, and admirers have shared their memories in social media tributes, reflecting both admiration and affection. "A giant of science, a mentor, and a visionary," tweeted a former student. Another added, "We stand on his shoulders, and the view is breathtaking." Thank you, Dr. Watson. These words, simple yet profound, encapsulate the impact of a life devoted to understanding the blueprint of life. As the world bids farewell, the double helix remains a symbol not just of genetics, but of human curiosity, ambition, and discovery. James Dewey Watson's name will forever be intertwined with the molecule that carries our essence. His story reminds us that science is not just about experiments and papers, it is about seeing the world in new ways, daring to imagine and leaving a legacy that endures beyond a single lifetime. In the quiet corners of universities, in the bustling corridors of research labs, and in the pages of countless textbooks, James Watson will be remembered. His discoveries continue to guide scientists, inspire students, and illuminate the intricate tapestry of life. Though he has passed, the path he carved and the questions he answered will echo for generations to come. Today, as we reflect on his remarkable life, we honor more than a scientist. We honor a mind that dared to unravel one of nature's deepest secrets. James Dewey Watson will be remembered, not only for what he discovered, but for inspiring countless others to look closer, think deeper, and imagine further. The double helix stands as a testament to his vision, a symbol of knowledge, and a reminder that curiosity can change the world. Tragic news confirmed today. Arthur Waskow, a visionary leader and tireless advocate for spiritual renewal, has passed away in 2025. The news has sent ripples through communities across the United States and beyond, leaving a space that his words and wisdom once filled. Known for his devotion to Jewish renewal, activism, and social justice, Waskow spent a lifetime bridging faith with action, inspiring countless people to imagine a world guided by compassion, reflection, and moral responsibility. His passing reminds us of the fragility of life and the enduring power of a voice that encourages change. Born in the early years of the 20th century, Arthur Waskow grew up in a world undergoing immense social, political, and cultural change. From a young age, he was drawn to questions about meaning, justice, and the responsibilities of community. His curiosity led him to study deeply, not only the sacred texts of his tradition, but also the human struggles that called for bold, moral action. These formative years shaped a mind that would later challenge conventions, blending the old with the new in ways that resonated far beyond his immediate circle. Waskow's career was marked by an unwavering dedication to spiritual innovation and social engagement. He became a prominent voice in the Jewish Renewal movement, a progressive effort to revitalize Jewish practice with creativity, inclusivity, and ethical activism. Through books, essays, and lectures, he encouraged communities to embrace reflection, compassion, and responsibility. His writing was often poetic, yet deeply practical, offering guidance on living a life aligned with justice and spiritual integrity. Arthur taught us that faith is not just belief, but action, said Rabbi Ellen Lewis, a colleague and longtime friend. His work challenged us to care for the world in a way that is both brave and gentle. Tributes like this echo across congregations and activist circles, underscoring the depth of his impact and the sincerity of his mission. Beyond his publications and public speaking, Waskow's influence extended into countless local communities. He guided new forms of worship, helped establish study groups, and led initiatives that connected spiritual reflection with tangible efforts for change. Those who worked alongside him remember a man who was both demanding and nurturing, someone who inspired others to think critically, act courageously, and remain committed to their values even in the face of resistance. Waskow's advocacy was not limited to religious spheres. He engaged actively with pressing social issues, from civil rights and peace movements to environmental justice. He understood that faith could not exist in isolation. It needed to be expressed through deeds that helped shape a better, fairer world. His activism was thoughtful and consistent, reflecting a belief that moral courage could spark profound societal change. His voice was a beacon for those seeking hope in difficult times, tweeted one admirer. Arthur Waskow reminded us that renewal is possible when we act with love and conscience. Such sentiments reveal the profound connection Waskow had with people who found guidance, comfort, and motivation in his words. He made complex ideas about justice, spirituality, and ethics accessible, encouraging participation and reflection across generations. In addition to his public work, Arthur was known for his warmth, humility, and humor. Friends recall long conversations where he would weave together stories from scripture, personal anecdotes, and reflections on contemporary challenges. He had a gift for listening as deeply as he spoke, making those around him feel valued and inspired. His presence, whether in a classroom, a synagogue, or a community hall, carried a sense of hope and possibility. As Waskow aged, his influence only deepened. Younger activists and spiritual leaders often sought his guidance, eager to understand how to blend faith with action in a rapidly changing world. He mentored, encouraged, and occasionally challenged them, always with the intent of nurturing thoughtful, courageous leadership. His work continues to ripple outward through the many people he inspired to act with conscience and heart. The legacy of Arthur Waskow is not confined to any single institution or publication. It lives on in the communities that continue to practice the principles he championed: ethical responsibility, spiritual reflection, and a commitment to justice. Every new ritual, lecture, or activist project that incorporates his teachings is a testament to his lasting influence. His life serves as a model for what it means to live faithfully, courageously, and with an unwavering dedication to positive change. He made spirituality feel alive and urgent, reflected Rabbi David Shapiro, a longtime friend. He reminded us that renewal is not a distant dream. It is something we create together, every day. In these words, one sees the heart of Waskow's philosophy, that faith is not static, but a living, breathing force that calls for both thought and action. Even in the quiet aftermath of his passing, his words continue to resonate. Social media, memorial services, and personal recollections abound with tributes that speak to his enduring impact. "We are richer for having known him," wrote a student he mentored. Arthur Waskow challenged us, comforted us, and inspired us. The world is better because he was in it. As we reflect on his extraordinary life, it becomes clear that Arthur Waskow leaves behind more than achievements or titles. He leaves a living legacy of courage, creativity, and compassion. Those who were fortunate to encounter his work or to be guided by his presence carry forward the lessons he imparted: to act justly, to think deeply, and to live with the integrity of the heart and mind. In communities across the nation, his influence continues in rituals, study circles, and movements that strive for renewal and justice. He taught that faith is not an abstract concept, but a call to responsibility, a summons to make the world more humane and more aware. His guidance, always gentle yet firm, reminded people that each of us has the capacity to contribute meaningfully to the life of our communities and the health of our planet. Arthur Waskow's passing is a moment to pause, to honor, and to remember. He leaves behind a generation of thinkers, activists, and spiritual seekers who will continue to draw inspiration from his life's work. While the world feels quieter without his voice, his ideas, actions, and teachings endure. In the end, Arthur Waskow will be remembered not only for his scholarship or leadership, but for the light he brought into the lives of those he touched. His legacy is a testament to the enduring power of compassion, courage, and spiritual vision. He reminds us that renewal is always possible, and that one person's dedication can spark change that lasts far beyond a single lifetime. The world mourns his absence, but it also celebrates his life, a life of profound insight, unwavering commitment, and boundless hope. Arthur Waskow's story will live on, guiding hearts and minds and inspiring generations to come to act with conscience, creativity, and courage. Tragic news confirmed today. Philadelphia loses one of its most beloved voices. Pierre Robert, the legendary radio host whose warmth and passion for rock music became a fixture on the city's airwaves, has passed away in 2025. For decades, listeners tuned in not just to hear music, but to hear a friend, a guide, someone who could make a station feel like home. His passing marks the end of an era, yet his influence, his laughter, and his love for music will echo in the hearts of countless fans for years to come. Born in the mid-20th century, Pierre Robert grew up during a time when rock and roll was changing the world. The sounds of guitar riffs, drums, and electrifying vocals captivated him early, and he dreamed of sharing that joy with others. He found his calling behind the microphone, a place where his personality could shine, and where he could connect deeply with listeners. It was not just about the songs. It was about creating a shared experience, a sense of community built around the rhythm and poetry of rock. Pierre began his radio career at a small local station, where he quickly gained recognition for his approachable style and deep knowledge of music. His programs were filled with not only hits, but stories, interviews, and commentary that brought listeners closer to the artists they admired. Over time, he became a staple of Philadelphia radio, known for his deep voice, infectious enthusiasm, and the personal touch he brought to every broadcast. Pierre had a way of making you feel like you were in the room with him. Listening to music together, recalled a longtime colleague. He didn't just play the songs, he celebrated them, and he celebrated the people who loved them. This approach resonated with generations, building a loyal audience that grew with him through the years. From morning shows to late-night sessions, Pierre's voice became synonymous with the city's music culture. Listeners often spoke of his unique ability to connect emotionally. He would share personal anecdotes, reflections on the music industry, and even quiet moments of humor that made his shows feel intimate. His knowledge of rock history was unparalleled, yet he never spoke down to his audience. Instead, he invited them in, creating a space where every listener felt seen and heard. Throughout his career, Pierre remained a champion of both established legends and emerging artists. He introduced his audience to new bands, fostered appreciation for classic rock, and curated playlists that reflected the heartbeat of the city. His influence extended beyond mere entertainment. He shaped tastes, inspired creativity, and encouraged people to explore the world of music with curiosity and passion. Every time I tuned in, I felt like I was visiting a friend, said a fan on social media. Pierre made the radio feel alive. He was the soundtrack to our lives, and his energy was contagious. Tributes poured in following the announcement of his death, highlighting not only his professional achievements, but also the profound personal connections he forged with listeners. Off the air, Pierre was known for his humility and kindness. He mentored younger broadcasters, offering guidance with patience and generosity. Friends remember a man who loved music deeply, but loved the people who listened even more. Whether discussing the latest album, reminiscing about a classic concert, or simply sharing a laugh, he made every interaction meaningful. Pierre's impact was not confined to Philadelphia alone. His interviews with major artists, his influence on radio programming, and his dedication to promoting local talent left a mark on the broader music community. He reminded everyone that radio was more than just a medium. It was a way to build connections, foster culture, and keep the spirit of music alive. As he aged, Pierre remained committed to his craft, never losing the enthusiasm that defined his career. Even in quieter moments, his passion for music and dedication to his audience were evident. He embraced new technology, adapted to changing formats, and continued to deliver broadcasts that were thoughtful, entertaining, and heartfelt. His career spanned decades, yet his energy never waned, a testament to his love for the art form and the people who shared it with him. Family, colleagues, and fans alike have reflected on the lasting mark Pierre left behind. He made every song feel like it was written just for you, said a fellow DJ. His voice carried comfort, excitement, and joy all at once. Philadelphia won't be the same without him. These words, echoed across social media and in personal recollections, capture the essence of a man whose presence on the airwaves was both constant and deeply cherished. Pierre Robert's legacy is one of connection. His shows were more than playlists. They were gatherings, celebrations of music, and windows into the soul of a city that loved him. Every listener who danced, sang along, or simply found solace in his voice carries a part of him forward. His impact will continue in the memories of those who tuned in, the DJs he mentored, and the countless stories he helped create through the songs he shared. In remembering Pierre, one recalls the magic of radio at its finest. A medium where a single voice can feel like a friend, where music can become a companion, and where every broadcast has the potential to touch a life. He reminded listeners that songs are more than sounds. They are experiences, emotions, and shared histories. His commitment to authenticity, warmth, and musical excellence ensured that each moment on air was memorable. Tributes continue to pour in from fans, musicians, and public figures alike. Pierre Robert wasn't just a DJ. He was a bridge between generations of music lovers, wrote one artist. His passion inspired us to perform better, listen deeper, and care more about the songs we create and hear. Others remembered late-night conversations, live concerts, and special segments that brought communities together, moments that now become part of his enduring legacy. Even in his absence, the rhythm of his influence continues. Radio stations honor his contributions, playlists are curated in his memory, and fans share stories of how a particular broadcast helped them through difficult times. Pierre's presence was never confined to sound alone. It was felt in the hearts of those who listened, in the lives he touched, and in the culture he helped shape. As the city of Philadelphia reflects on his remarkable career, it is clear that Pierre Robert leaves behind more than just decades of radio shows. He leaves a tapestry of memories, a record of human connection, and a celebration of the music that defined generations. His voice, warm and reassuring, will echo in countless memories, reminding us of the joy and companionship found in shared song. Pierre's life was a testament to the power of passion, dedication, and authenticity. He taught that being a broadcaster was not just about playing music, but about creating experiences, building communities, and honoring the people who listen. He showed that radio could touch hearts, inspire dreams, and create lasting bonds. Today, as listeners turn their dials and reflect on decades of soundtracks, laughter, and stories, they honor Pierre Robert, not only as a radio legend, but as a companion, a mentor, and a friend. His legacy will continue to play on airwaves, in memories, and in the countless lives he enriched. In every note of a guitar, in every chorus sung aloud, in every listener who finds comfort in the music he shared, Pierre Robert lives on. He will be remembered as the spirit of rock, the voice of a city, and a guiding presence for all who loved music. His contributions remind us that while voices may fade, the songs, stories, and joy they carry endure, echoing across time and generations. Philadelphia may have lost one of its truest sons, but the music, the memories, and the warmth of Pierre Robert's spirit will never be forgotten. Tragic news confirmed today. Kentucky mourns the loss of Martha Lane Collins, who passed away in 2025 at the age of 88. The state has lost not only a leader, but a guiding presence whose vision and dedication shaped its modern identity. Collins, Kentucky's first and only female governor, devoted her life to public service, education, and economic growth. Her passing invites reflection on a career marked by determination, integrity, and a steadfast commitment to improving the lives of her fellow citizens. Today, communities across Kentucky remember her not only as a politician, but as a mentor, a trailblazer, and a symbol of progress. Born on December 7, 1936, in Baghdad, Kentucky, Martha Lane Collins grew up in a small town where values of hard work, community, and education were central to daily life. From an early age, she demonstrated curiosity, intelligence, and a quiet determination to make a difference. Her upbringing instilled in her a sense of responsibility that would later guide every decision she made in public service. She understood that leadership was not about titles, but about service, and she carried this lesson throughout her remarkable life. Collins began her professional journey in education and business, recognizing the importance of opportunity and learning and shaping a strong community. She worked in corporate management and civic organizations, gaining firsthand experience in leadership, administration, and problem-solving. These early experiences equipped her with the tools to navigate the complex world of politics and governance, preparing her for the historic journey ahead. In 1983, Martha Lane Collins achieved a milestone that would forever change Kentucky's political landscape. She became the state's first female governor. Her election was a testament to her perseverance, intelligence, and the respect she had earned across party lines. Collins approached her new role with focus, determination, and a deep sense of duty to the citizens she served. From the beginning, she sought to leave a lasting impact, prioritizing policies that would benefit both current and future generations. Her tenure as governor was marked by significant achievements in education and economic development. Collins championed reforms to improve schools, expand access to learning, and support teachers and students alike. She understood that education was the foundation of long-term prosperity, and her initiatives reflected a commitment to preparing Kentucky's youth for a changing world. At the same time, she worked tirelessly to attract businesses and investment to the state, fostering job creation and economic growth. Her leadership helped lay the groundwork for industries that continue to drive Kentucky's economy today. Collins combined pragmatism with vision, ensuring that decisions made during her administration balanced immediate needs with long-term benefits. Governor Collins showed us what courage and dedication look like in public. Service, said former colleague and political ally John Y. Brown III. She paved the way for women and men alike, demonstrating that leadership is about serving others with integrity. Tributes like these highlight the deep respect she earned from peers and citizens alike. Throughout her career, Martha Lane Collins maintained a reputation for dignity, professionalism, and unwavering focus. She was known for listening carefully, weighing options thoughtfully, and making decisions guided by principle rather than popularity. Her ability to navigate complex political landscapes while staying true to her values set her apart as a leader who inspired trust and admiration. Beyond her professional achievements, Collins was deeply committed to mentorship and community engagement. She encouraged young leaders, especially women, to pursue their ambitions and contribute meaningfully to society. Her example demonstrated that leadership is not just about occupying a position of power, but about empowering others to reach their potential. Family and friends remember her as warm, approachable, and thoughtful. She carried herself with quiet confidence, balancing the demands of public life with the personal relationships that grounded her. In interviews, colleagues often spoke of her generosity of spirit, her ability to inspire collaboration, and her unwavering commitment to the people she served. Her leadership changed lives, tweeted a former state legislator. She showed that progress is possible when vision is paired with determination. Kentucky owes her a debt of gratitude that will last generations. Such tributes underscore the tangible and lasting impact of her work, reminding us that leadership is measured not just in policies, but in the lives touched by those policies. Martha Lane Collins' influence extended far beyond the governor's office. She remained active in civic and educational initiatives, supporting programs that promoted learning, economic growth, and community well-being. Her involvement reflected a lifelong belief that public service is a calling, and that effective leaders remain engaged, even after leaving formal office. Her passing in 2025 marks the closing of a remarkable chapter in Kentucky's history. Yet, the foundations she laid continue to shape the state's trajectory. Schools improved under her initiatives still educate thousands of students. Economic programs she championed continue to drive development, and countless young leaders who were inspired by her example now carry forward her vision. Martha Lane Collins' story is one of perseverance, courage, and dedication. She broke barriers in a political landscape that had been dominated by men, demonstrating that leadership is inclusive, visionary, and grounded in service. Her legacy is reflected in the many institutions, programs, and communities that bear the imprint of her guidance. Colleagues often spoke of her ability to balance firmness with compassion. She believed that true leadership required listening, empathy, and the willingness to act decisively when necessary. This approach earned her respect across political divides and established her as a figure of stability and trust in a time of change. Even outside her professional life, Collins remained a role model. She mentored aspiring public servants, encouraged civic engagement, and advocated for educational and economic initiatives that benefited people from all walks of life. Her life demonstrated that leadership is not confined to official titles, but exists wherever influence is used to uplift others and improve communities. Governor Collins taught us that one person's vision can create lasting change, said Dr. Karen Thomas, an educator and longtime admirer. Her dedication to education and progress continues to inspire those who seek to make a difference. These words capture the essence of her enduring impact, emphasizing both the reach and depth of her contributions. As Kentucky reflects on her life, it is clear that Martha Lane Collins's legacy is one of empowerment, progress, and inspiration. Her leadership shaped policy, strengthened communities, and opened doors for future generations. Through her example, she demonstrated that courage, intelligence, and commitment to public service can create meaningful, lasting change. In the quiet moments of remembrance, schools, government offices, and communities pause to honor her contributions. She leaves behind a state stronger, more resilient, and more inclusive because of her vision and determination. Her achievements remind us that leadership is a blend of heart, intellect, and action, a combination that defined her life and career. Today, Martha Lane Collins will be remembered as a trailblazer, a mentor, and a dedicated public servant. Her work in education, economic development, and civic engagement continues to resonate, shaping the lives of countless individuals and communities. She leaves a legacy of progress, inspiration, and hope, reminding all who follow that leadership grounded in service can transform lives. Her story will endure in the history of Kentucky and in the hearts of those she touched. Martha Lane Collins' life reminds us that progress is built on vision, courage, and unwavering dedication. Though she has passed, her influence continues to guide, inspire, and uplift. She will be remembered not only for her achievements, but for the spirit, integrity, and commitment that defined a remarkable life of leadership and service.